Hi, boys and girls. This is Miss Cindy from the Louisville Library. Miss Judy's going to be taking some time off, so I'm going to be doing story time for her. I hope you guys all have a good day. Now we're going to do story time. Good morning, boys and girls. Our first story this morning is called Arthur Goes to Camp by Mark Brown. Have you ever been to camp before? I'm not going, said Arthur. Arthur, you'll love camp. Think of all the new friends you'll make, said his mother. I have fond memories of my own camp days, said Arthur's father. Camp will teach you about the great outdoors. I'm not going. Have you ever been to camp? I have, and it was a lot of fun. What? See, and there's Arthur. He says, I'm not going. Arthur was at the camp bus stop the next morning. Buster was standing with a new kid. He's got 100 comic books in his foot locker, squealed Buster, pointing to the brain. Francine was there too. You guys better watch out. Tent 3 is full of bats and snakes, she yelled out the window. It's going to be just like school. The girls against the boys, thought Arthur. When the bus passed Camp Horsewater, even the girls stopped teasing. Look at those guys, said Buster. They're going to be in great shape for our scavenger hunt. No wonder they always win. That's no camp, that's a zoo, said Arthur. Things were different at Camp Meadowcroak. Well, at least for the girls. I'll do my best to make this a wonderful summer for you, said the girls' counselor, Becky. Even Muffy looked eager when she pulled up in her limousine. Where do I plug in my air conditioner? She hollered. The boys' counselor was a different story. Attention, men, line up, barked Rocky. Stand up straight, suck in those guts. I've never seen such a soft, flabby bunch. No dessert for you men this summer. Muffy had brought her own dessert. After a dinner that tasted like macaroni and fleas and worm burgers, she opened her trunk. The girls dug in. At bedtime, Muffy discovered the tent had no electricity. How will I brush my teeth? She moaned. The boys were too tired from all their running and push-ups to think of brushing their teeth. They crawled under the covers. Arthur screamed, "Amphibians! How fascinating," said the brain. "No, they're frogs," said Buster. "Just wait until we get hold of those girls," said Arthur. See all the frogs in the beds? Would you like frogs in your bed? Forget about the frogs, said the girls. You guys better worry about the softball game instead. The girls were beating the boys at everything. Disgusting, said Rocky. I'll never live this down. See the girls? They're saying, let's see you do the dead man's float, Buster. See, and here they're saying, have a good trip, Brain. And here they're saying, hey, Four Eyes, need new glasses? In fact, all that week, the girls were great campers. They built campfires, pitched tents, tied knots, identified plants. All the boys could find was poison ivy. Rocky hid in his cabin. Arthur wrote postcards home. Poison ivy. Have you ever had poison ivy? It's really itchy. Arthur had a lot to write about. The frogs in his bed were bad enough, but now really weird things were happening. The girls thought the boys threw a smoke bomb in their tent. The boys thought the girls took all their clothes. But one night, everybody heard strange noises and footsteps in the woods. It had to be someone else. Everyone was too scared to tell ghost stories. We have to do something, said the brain. Let's stand watch tonight and find out what's going on. So that's it. Camp Horsewater, whispered Buster. They've been trying to scare us all along. Don't worry, we'll fix them tomorrow at the scavenger hunt, said the brain. I've got a plan, but we'll need the girls' help. Arthur had a plan too. He decided to run away. The next morning, Becky read the list of things to find. And be back at sunset, she said. The brain nudged Francine. Time for phase 1 of the plan, he whispered. Watch out for bears. The woods are full of them, she yelled to the Horsewater kids. They just laughed. Nobody noticed Arthur sneaking away. You see Arthur sneaking away? Everybody was in the woods looking for things. Strange noises started coming from the bushes. Suddenly, a huge furry animal burst out from the underbrush. A bear, hollered Muffy and Buster and Francine, trying not to giggle. When the Meadow Croak team started hunting again, the bear helped too. How can you wear this coat, Muffy? The brain's voice floated out from the fur. It's so hot. It's never too hot for Mink, Muffy grinned. Our plan really worked, but we still haven't found a flashlight. And has anyone seen Arthur? Said Buster. It doesn't matter if the Horsewater team never comes down from the trees. We can't win if we don't have everything, groaned Francine. Meanwhile, it was getting dark, and Arthur was lost. He heard strange noises. Were they footsteps? Arthur reached into his backpack for his flashlight. He snapped it on. Do you think it was footsteps? Well, I think we'll probably find out. A flashlight! We won! 3 cheers for Arthur. And they won the scavenger hunt because Arthur had a flashlight in his backpack. How about that? And that's the end. Okay, now before we read our next story, I need everybody to stand up. And we're going to pretend we're trees. So spread out your branches. Got your branches spread out? And guess what? The wind is starting to blow. Make your branches blow in the wind. Make them blow. The branches blow in the wind. That's it. And the wind is blowing harder. And it's blowing harder. It's a storm. And the storm is just making the branches just blow everywhere. And the storm just rages on. And now it's passing. And the wind is dying down. So slow your branches down. And now the wind is all still. And the tree is standing still and your branches are still. And now we're going to go ahead and read our next story. Okay, boys and girls, our second story that we're going to hear is called When Daddy Took Us Camping by Julie Brillhart. I love to go camping, do you? Daddy took us camping one fine summer day. Our daddy said, "We're on the loose. We're finally on our way." We headed off, and in a while we found our camping site. A grassy spot beneath a tree was perfect for the night. What do you think? You think that's a perfect place? Okay, said Dad, let's get to work before the fun's begun. We didn't waste a minute, and by noontime, we were done. They got it all set up and ready to have fun. As we set off hiking, Dad said, "Surprise!" We opened up the bag to find our very own supplies. What do you think those supplies are? Let's see. A canteen, a first aid kit, a whistle, a compass, a flashlight, bird book, and insect repellent. Dad showed us many things we hadn't seen before and taught us how a camper lives in the great outdoors. Oops, we had some trouble when it was time to eat. Not to worry, said our dad. We have our favorite treat. And what do you think that is? Have you ever made marshmallows over a campfire? They're pretty good, aren't they? Soon the fireflies came out. We chased them in the dark. We caught them in a pickle jar as they flashed their magic sparks. When it was time for bed, we made shadows on the tent. A monster, a bunny, clown, and a dog. Then off to sleep we went. Catching fireflies and making puppet shadows. Have you ever done any of that? We woke up in the night because we heard a mighty clunk. "Oh no," said Dad. "Is that a bear?" I said, "It's just a skunk." Ooh, P.U., huh, skunks? It was very, very late, and the moon was riding high. We finally fell to dreaming in the glow of fireflies. You ever slept in a tent in a sleeping bag? It's pretty fun. When morning came, Dad said, "Let's go. We're hiking back today." We jumped from bed and headed home. It wasn't far away. So if you want adventure where getting there's not hard, ask your dad to take you camping right in your own backyard. That's a pretty good place to go camping, isn't it? And that's the end. Well, kids, I hope you enjoyed both stories. Miss Judy might be joining you once in a while from home on video, so keep an eye out for her. Don't forget, stay safe and wear your mask.